You are at the process. Like, have you already determined you definitely want to do EB5? Are you still exploring different options?
For me, my EB2 was approved 2017 from my last company. My current company is right now applying another EB2. Right now, I am trying to understand, if I am good, if EB5 is a good opportunity for me, and I'm exploring the options.
Okay. Are you looking what between regional center and your own direct investment?
Actually, right now, exploring both of those.
How much time could you allocate to the business? Could you do part time? Could you do it full time?
So the way I'm thinking of it is like my wife has an approved H4 EAD, so she can, own the franchise to start with. And once we get
Okay.
our EB5, then maybe I can also join.
Perfect. What's your wife's professional background?
She has a master's from Northeastern University here.
Okay. In business or what field?
She was working in a job, but from last 1.5 years, she's owning her own business. It's a
Oh, cool.
event planning business.
Okay, great. So we could focus on a business for her that you could also join, eventually too, and help scale up.
Yeah.
For EB5 for direct, it's a lot more time for everyone. It's more time for us, much more time for you. We have to prove the jobs. It's definitely an endeavor. So we're happy to go on this journey with you doing EB5 direct, but I just wanted to put everything on the table that, hey, it's a tough process. That could be an option for you looking at your profile. And we could have, our in-house attorney as well as some of the filing attorneys take a deeper look at it. But we could help you with really creating a strong case. Like I just reviewed a petition, a client from South Asia. He hit 8 out of 8 criteria. And I'm like, damn, this is sick. Like, it's a really strong petition. It's like, I'm going to be shocked. And it was a similar thing to him where our attorney said, hey, you have a great EB-1A. Let's try for that. And if it doesn't work out, we do EB-5. So for you, we could separate the two things. We can still help you, finding a franchise. But if it's going to be also tied to the EB-5, it's going to limit a lot. We have to find 10 plus full-time jobs, more
Mhm.
investment. So I just wanted to float that out there too. See how deep you've explored EB-1A for yourself.
Yeah, I've just started exploring these options. So I know about some of the categories that are there, but I'm not sure about how your company can help me in those categories, in building those categories. Is it even possible to do it in the time frame? Because I've heard that EB5 is ending in September 2026.
Exactly. It could if something doesn't change. And I think if Trump has his way with the gold card, I think you have enough time for sure. If we start like next month, I think you should be, if you're in the process of investing the funds, maybe you've invested 200K and then you file for the EB5. So, we could, if you start in August, you could be filing later this year, early next year.
But don't we have to file with a running business? Like if we have provided 10 jobs for some time. Okay.
No, 10 jobs that can happen after. You have 2 years to
Okay.
show the job creation.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So you start with 200K. How does that work?
So some of our clients, by the time they file, they haven't invested the full 800,000. So as long as you invested some part of it, that's generally fine. And we have attorneys that are comfortable with that strategy.
Okay. So for example, if some franchise is there which needs like some commercial development, at that time we invest 200K. And then it takes some time to get the business up.
Exactly. Maybe you've secured the lease, you've paid the franchise fee, you've bought some equipment, and you've spent 200K, and then you apply.
Makes sense. And does Visa franchise help me with finding the franchise?
Hey, you want to come to the US, get to E2 visa, L1, or straight out a green card? We've been doing this for the past 10 years, and we wrote a book. It's called Own Your American Dream. What is special about this book is that we went back and have spoken to 21 successful applicants who opened up their businesses here and who are continuing to live the American dream. Hear it from them, because they talk about their fear fears, their mental state, what went wrong, what went right. The entire blueprint is there. You could just buy the book right here. You can just read it and make up your mind. Continue your video.
Yes, we'll work on doing a search analysis for the franchise brand, as well as working with a local realtor together with the franchisor to source a location for you.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess those were my major questions. First was regarding the timeline and this. And yeah, one more thing. So for the source of funds, can the source of funds be gifts or loans?
Yes, as long as it can be properly documented.
Mm-hmm. I think that those were my questions with the EB5. Now, if we pivot to EB1, you are saying a strategy can be we start with EB1A and then we move to EB5, but then the timeline wise, we are very close to September 2026 if it doesn't work, right?
The EB5 process would definitely be tighter.
Mm-hmm.
It depends how strong you are right now. We have some clients that are ready to apply within 3 months. Others, it might take 6+ months. So for you, I don't know if you've gone through the requirement, but we usually like to have at least hit high salary. Like what would you say like your best year over the last 3 years was, for example, financially?
Like, does it include the RSUs and everything?
Yes.
So it's in the ballpark of, let's say, 270, 280, something.
Okay. And you're living in Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay. So we would check the data, but I think we can make a proof that that's high for a software
Mm-hmm.
engineer based in Seattle. And then leading your critical role, do you have people that work for you? That do you manage? I guess what's your team structure look like?
I don't have people managing for me. I'm not managing people because I am in
Sure.
an IC role. It's a senior software engineer role.
Okay. We'd have to show like critical role then that you've worked on like some critical projects for, you have some great brands that you've worked with, and to like find, what type of work that you've done, and then support that. You use support letters to tie that back.
Okay. I think I can arrange some of the letters, especially from Amazon and here in
Nice.
Microsoft.
Yeah, we're working with someone right now from Amazon for EB-1A. Have you ever judged the work of others? Have you participated on a panel?
No, I haven't. Just I applied on some judging opportunities, but never got a call.
How about membership in associations?
No,
Any awards, prizes, or awards?
not of these recognized awards, nationally or internationally.
Have you been featured in the media?
So this thing, not directly. So I've worked on some interesting projects in Meta and in Amazon, but I'm not sure if they have been published, and my name for sure won't be there.
If we can tie it back that you were part of that team that worked on it, that could work. They've changed some of the criteria, leveraging support letters. Of course, it's better if you're named in the article.
Uh-huh. But I'm not sure if they have published the article or not. So how do we do that kind of research?
So we would have to research together, like your time at Amazon, Meta, Microsoft. If there are projects that you worked on, maybe like the project won an award and you can show that you were a team member for that, or it's just been mentioned in like a professional journal, like an IT publication.
Mm-hmm.
So we would have to research that together. But at a high level, again, I'm not an attorney. We have an attorney that works with us full time, and then filing attorneys. But it seems like you have a basis for a case, but it would take some time. I would imagine like 100 to 200 hours of your time, and probably more like 6 to 9 months to submit the filing.
Okay. And how many of these categories we will be trying if we go with the case? Go ahead with
We
EB1A.
usually like our clients to have 4 or 5.
So do you work in like, do you help the clients in like judging work and maybe?
Exactly. We can find potential competitions for you to or panels for you to judge. We can help you with at least 3 of these criteria in terms of sourcing opportunities, associations, the prizes, awards, judging competitions, being on a panel. PR is complicated. It's better if you already have some relationships, and then you can author an article. You can pay for PR, but it's not USCIS doesn't love that, and especially if they see like a week before, a month before you have all these publications. So, we can help with a lot of these criteria, including, the drafting of the support letters to help prove them.
Mm-hmm.
But generally we would want to see our clients apply with like 4 or 5 solid criteria met for the EB-1A.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I can provide the letter. That shouldn't be a problem. I can see which projects I can give the letters. And then if we have judging and some awards kind of category that we can leverage, then we will have 4 or 5 criteria that we can work.
Yeah. So I think you have a good basis. We would just have to get to work. It would require, I don't want to sugarcoat it. It's a lot of your time, like going back, getting these letters, judging competitions. Like it's like a part-time job that we would be working. We're here with you. We're working on it together, but it's a lot of time to do it.
Okay. What happens if EB1 and EB5, both of these fail? So if I go ahead with EB1 filing, there's RFE or it doesn't go through, then what's the situation?
You could always refile. Like in practice, it's probably going to have an RFE, and then we would have the attorney reply to the request for further evidence. But if, worst case, you would just continue your course for the EB2, but you can always refile.
Okay. So looking at my case, what do you suggest? Should I directly go ahead with EB5 criteria or should I give it a try, the EB1A?
I think it's like a family decision for you and your wife to kind of just weigh the alternatives together.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was leaning more towards EB5 because I was in me as a long term also. I was wanna go towards the business side of things instead of continuing with the job.
Yeah, the issue for us all to think about is that we will have limited options because we have to think about the 10 job creation for EB5, where you might not. There's a lot of great franchises and businesses. You don't need 10 jobs. So that's the limitation. We can run a franchise search for you, within 2 weeks of engagement. We present you options that are available in the Seattle area, and we can show you ones eligible for EB5 as well as ones not eligible for the EB5 where they don't have the job creation. And at that point, you can kind of start to think and decide, okay, I like these ones, but so we'll create the jobs. I like this opportunity, and let's just do EB5. Or, yeah, I like this opportunity where it's just 3 jobs or 4 jobs. Let's try EB1A. So we can start getting franchises in front of you for you and your wife to analyze, to then decide what immigration path makes the most sense. And then we'll get a couple calls going too with attorneys to confirm that it's the right path for you.
Okay. If I'm going for a franchise route, probably I will be more interested in the one which have EB5.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If they both align, then okay, yeah, maybe it makes sense to just go with that. After 6 weeks, 8 weeks, you'll have a very good idea. You were already talking to some franchisors, seeing what's available in Seattle. Probably talk to some of our former clients that are already operating those businesses to decide with what you and your wife would like to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. So should I get in contact with the...
I can send you the link to get started. And basically, once you sign the terms and conditions, make the credit card payment, within 2 business days, we schedule the video onboarding call. And you would have also completed like a 10-minute questionnaire. And then you give us 5 business days and we give you the initial franchise results.
Okay.
And the EB5 pricing is you pay over a few months. It's not like a lump sum upfront.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess we can get started on this part, at
Cool.
least by the time we think about EB1A.
Yeah, exactly. I think you'll have time, and over the next 6 weeks, say, we'll have calls with a couple of attorneys to see their opinions, and you and your wife will have, I think, the right information to make a decision what's the best fit for your family.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'll send you everything you need to get started on the franchise search, and then on the visa determination and immigration plan, we have the next 6 weeks, say 8 weeks to kind of determine that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I think step by step, get you started on the franchise, and we can move on to the visa component, the green card component.